Welcome to the Chop Seat, where Braves country meets the big leagues. Your host Vic is here to break down everything from truest part to the top of the standings across the league. From walk-offs to wild trades, this is your seat for everything baseball, but a heavy dose of chop. So grab your glove and settle in, because the Chop Seat is open.
Welcome to the Chop Seat, your favorite place for Braves baseball and the rest of the league. I'm your host Vic, and today is Tuesday, July 29th. We got some catching up to do from the action over the weekend. We had another Braves series lost. A sweep. It was a sweep. Not had a good look. It was a sweep, but like I said, the Braves are dead, so it doesn't even matter. We're going to catch up with the action from across the league as well. We're also going to talk a little bit about the Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame inductions went on over the weekend as well, so we're going to talk about that briefly. And we got some trade deadline moves that are going on. How many hours we got? We got about 48 hours left, maybe? Yeah, probably 48 hours on the dot as of right now. So expect a flurry of moves to continue to happen until the deadline is met. So anyways, without further ado, we're going to head into our very first segment.
It's time for Tomahawk Takes.
It's time for Tomahawk Takes, where we take a look at the previous Braves series. And Tomahawk Takes is brought to you by SeatGeek. Use code CHOPSEAT20 for $20 off your first purchase on SeatGeek. If you can see it right below, if you're on the YouTube video version, it's right under. Use code CHOPSEAT20, CHOPSEAT 20. Save yourself $20 off your first purchase on SeatGeek. Use that code. Save yourself $20. Get yourself a little beer, maybe a hot dog if it's covered. At the way to the game, at the game, not on your way to the game. At the game, use that code when you're over there. So, anyways, we're gonna head into the action that went on. It was a Braves series against the Texas Rangers. They were on the road. Remember, they were starting a 9-game road trip. Like I said, they got swept. Not a good look for the Braves. They continue to get pounded as the season goes on. Game one was started by Joey Wentz for the Braves. He went 4 1/3, 4 hits, 4 runs, 3 of those earned, 1 walk, 6 Ks. He takes the loss in game one. He's now 2-2 with a 5.76 ERA. For the Rangers, it was Nathan Yeehaw'd. He went 5 innings, 3 hits allowed, no runs allowed, 4 walks, 7 Ks. He wins that one. He's 8-3 now with a 1.50 ERA. You wish the Braves would have gone and got this guy. He's having a phenomenal season for the Rangers. For the Braves on the pitching side, it was Rafael Montero. He also came in. He got shellacked coming out for the bullpen. He went 1 1/3, 2 hits allowed, 4 runs, all 4 earned, 2 walks, and 1 K. Good thing was Michael Harris. He had himself a series. He had himself a week. He actually was named Player of the Week, and I had said, remember, this is one of the guys you got to get rolling. And probably too little, too late now, but at least it looks like he's been making some adjustments, and he's starting to have positive plate appearances now. So that's good to see. I mean, he got like I said, Player of the Week. In this game, he went 2 for 3, drew a walk. He had a homer, solo shot in the 7th inning. On the top of the 9th, Jurickson Profar, he had an RBI single. That made it 8-2. Braves are just beat up. You got that RBI single in garbage time. Matt Olson, he had a ground out. That drove a run in. That was 8-3. And that was a ball game. 8-3 Texas victory. Not much to talk about, honestly. Then we had game 2. Game 2 was a close game. Braves had a chance to actually win this one. Grant Holmes, he went 4 innings, 6 hits, 4 earned runs, 2 walks, 2 Ks. Bad loss because he's placed on a 60-day IL after this one. Elbow issues. That's the season for him. He's done. Braves lose another starter. The Braves have now lost all of their starters, all of their opening day starters. Spencer Schwellenbach is out. Chris Sale is out. Grant Holmes is out. A.J. Smith-Shawver is out. I'm missing one more. Who's the other guy that I'm missing? I'm blanking out right now. Spencer Strider, he was not on the opening day roster. Remember, he was hurt to start the season. So he was, and Reynaldo Lopez, that's the other starter that we had opening day that is out on the 60-day IL. All those gentlemen out on the 60-day IL. That's how bad of a season it's been for the Braves. But we can't even blame it on that because the Braves offense has sucked since the beginning of time when it comes to this year. So, the offense was doing bad. And now, it's with all these starters out, it's going to be an even tougher hill to climb. And that's exactly why everyone has declared them dead at this point. But anyways, for the Rangers, it was Kumar Rocker. He went 4 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, all 3 earned, 3 walks, and 5 strikeouts. He now has a 5.73 ERA. Michael Harris in this one, he was a single shy of the cycle. He went 4 for 4, 3 runs scored, 2 RBIs. He had a double, 2 triples, and a solo home run on the top of the 6th. I'm telling you, this kid was cooking over the weekend. This is why he got that Player of the Week award. Ozzie, he also had an RBI single. Jerison Profar had an RBI single. Sean Murphy, he had a sac fly that drove a run in. That gave the Braves they gave them the lead in the top of the 9th, 5-4. But guess who comes in? Our boy Raisel Iglesias. He has another blown save to add to his resume. Bottom of the 9th, Jonah Heim with an RBI double. That ties up the ball game 5-5. We go to extra innings, top of the 10th. Braves can't drive in a run. You know how that goes. Even with the ghost runner on second, and then Marcus Semien, he comes in the bottom of the 10th inning with a walk-off hit. That is game over, 6-5 victory for the Texas Rangers in 10 innings. And that's how they win game 2. Braves are left on the field. And then game 3, Bryce Elder is starting for the Braves. Again, Jekyll and Hyde. You never know where you're going to get with this guy. It's usually Jekyll or Hyde. I don't know who's the evil guy. I don't remember. It's probably Jekyll. You guys let me know in the comments. But anyways, he goes 2 2/3, 6 hits allowed, 8 runs allowed, all those earned, 4 walks, 3 Ks. He's now 4-7 with a 6.29 ERA. This is your number 2 starter now, guys. Believe it or not. Anyways, Jack Leiter for the Rangers. He went 6 innings, 2 hits, 1 run. That was earned, 3 walks, 7 Ks. He gets the win in this one. A 7-6 record with a 4.09 ERA. Top of the 2nd, Sean Murphy. He had a ground rule double that scores Drake Baldwin. That made it 3-1 Texas at that point. Texas was already up in this ballgame. And that's the only run the Braves are able to get because the Rangers scored 8 total runs in the game. It was an 8-1 win for the Rangers. That's how they bring the brooms out. Michael Harris in this one, he went 2 for 4 with a double. So he continued to have a great, impressive weekend. Like I had said, Grant Holmes, he went down on the 60-day IL. The Braves actually acquired Eric Fetty. Yes, Eric Fetty. He's actually going to be pitching tonight in the series that started yesterday. We're going to see how his record is looking. But, yeah, Braves picked up Eric Fetty. He was acquired from the St. Louis Cardinals for cash considerations. And then the Braves also acquired Carlos Carrasco from the Yankees. The Braves are going to send some cash over as well, I believe. I don't think any player is going over there. Carrasco was in the minors for the Yankees pretty much the entire season. So, yeah, that's what the Braves are doing now. They're just trying to survive until the end of the season, get some veteran arms that are able to eat up innings at this point. Probably, not to tax the bullpen as much. And just get to the finish line, man. Just get to the finish line and, start getting ready for next year. We're still awaiting a big trade in terms of trading either Raisel Iglesias or Marcell Ozuna. That still has not happened. Let me keep refreshing my phone, making sure I don't miss that. And I'm looking, and yeah, nothing has gone down yet. But we have some other trades that have gone down with other teams. We're going to take a look at that when we get to the MLB. But pretty much that was a series for the Braves. Another disappointing series, a series sweep. Braves continue to lose on Sundays as well. I think it's 10 straight Sunday games that they have won. That they have lost. I wish they had won. They have lost. Last one was, again, I keep mentioning when I was at Fenway Park on that Sunday game that the Braves won. I think it was I can't even remember the score now. It might have been 9-5 or something like that, or 10-5. I can't remember the score. I'm gonna have to look that one up. But anyways, that is all we have for Tomahawk Takes, and now we're going to head into our next segment.
It's time for the MLB.
Welcome to the MLB, where we take a look at the action from across the league. And we are going to start this, and there we go. Oof. What a song, man. That's the MLB right there, man. That's the MLB right there. Anyways, we got a lot of catching up to do. I'm not even going to go into specifics, to be honest, over the weekend. We got to catch up from Thursday. There were 4 series that started on Thursday, 4 game sets. I'm just going to go with who won the series. Again, we got a lot of catching up to do. So anyways, the first one, Toronto Blue Jays at the Detroit Tigers. The Blue Jays, they take 3 out of 4 in this one. Impressive performance by the Blue Jays. They are cooking right now. They are cooking. What was the best team in the American League for most of the season, they're able to come in and beat the brakes off of them. Impressive performance from them. Then we had San Diego Padres at the St. Louis Cardinals. They are able to split that one 2 apiece. Athletics at the Houston Astros. Athletics sweep all 4 games. They sweep the series. Impressive from them. Seattle Mariners at the LA Angels. That was a split. There was a walk-off in Game 2 on Friday in the 10th inning for the Los Angeles Angels. Then we go to the Miami Marlins at the Milwaukee Brewers. The Marlins impressively win 2 out of 3 in this one. They continue to play good baseball on the road to try and reach to 500. Then we had the Arizona Diamondbacks at the Pittsburgh Pirates. Who we got here? The Pirates, they win 2 out of 3. They win the series against the Cellar Diamondbacks. Then we go to the Colorado Rockies at the Baltimore Orioles. The Orioles take 2 out of 3 and win the series. There was an 18-0 victory on Game 2 on Saturday. That was crazy. Next, we go to the Philadelphia Phillies at the New York Yankees. The Philadelphia Phillies are able to win the series. They take 2 out of 3. Aaron Judge, he's placed on the 10-day IL with a right flexor strain. Hopefully, he's able to get back on the field soon because the Yankees definitely going to need him going forward. Then we got the LA Dodgers at the Boston Red Sox. The Red Sox defend Fenway Park, and they win 2 out of 3 in this one. Tampa Bay Rays at the Cincinnati Reds. The Reds playing good baseball. They sweep the Rays and send them packing. Then we got the battle of the Chicago teams. Chicago Cubs at the Chicago White Sox. The Cubs assert their dominance over the White Sox. They win the series. They take 2 out of 3. The Cleveland Guardians at the Kansas City Royals. The Royals are able to take 2 out of 3 in this one. They had a walk-off victory in Game 1. That was actually Friday's game was postponed, so they played a doubleheader on Saturday, and there was a walk-off victory there for the Royals. 5-3 in 10 innings. The Royals actually signed Seth Lugo on an extension, so congratulations to him. But they placed Jack Caglione on the 10-day IL with a hamstring strain, so hopefully he's able to get back on the field for them. Washington Nationals at the Minnesota Twins. The Nationals, they win 2 out of 3. And then the final series we had, your New York Mets, they bring out the booms and sweep the Giants at home. Impressive to see from them. The Mets are starting to pick it up again. And we'll see where they are when it comes to the standings in the NL East. So we had some series that started yesterday. Actually, all these series started yesterday. Everyone was on the field. We had the Toronto Blue Jays at the Baltimore Orioles, Arizona Diamondbacks at the Detroit Tigers, Colorado Rockies at the Cleveland Guardians, Tampa Bay Rays at the New York Yankees for a 4-game set. Make sure to keep an eye on that one. The Dodgers will be in Cincinnati facing the Reds, Boston Red Sox at the Minnesota Twins, Philadelphia Phillies at the Chicago White Sox. Keep an eye on this one here. Chicago Cubs at the Milwaukee Brewers are battle for the NL Central. We got Miami Marlins at the St. Louis Cardinals. Keep an eye on that one as well. The Marlins trying to get to 500. St. Louis trying to stay in the wild card hunt. Then we got the Washington Nationals at the Houston Astros. Texas Rangers at the LA Angels. We got the New York Mets at the San Diego Padres, 2 legit contenders in the National League. Keep an eye on that one. Pittsburgh Pirates at the San Francisco Giants. And last but not least, Seattle Mariners at the Athletics. That's the way the series are going down. We're going to look at the results real quick from yesterday's game. All these series that I just mentioned, they started yesterday. They were underway yesterday. We're going to see who won. The Baltimore Orioles, they win the first game 11-4. Colorado Rockies, they win game 1 8-6 against the Guardians. Detroit Tigers, they beat the Diamondbacks 5-1 victory there. Tampa Bay, they win game 1 4-2 victory for them. The Dodgers, they win against the Reds 5-2. Twins win game 1 5-4. Chicago White Sox, they're able to beat the Philadelphia Phillies 6-2. Milwaukee Brewers, they beat the Cubs in game 1 8-4 victory. St. Louis Cardinals are able to beat the Marlins in game 1 7-1. Washington Nationals beat the Houston Astros by a final score of 2-1. The Angels able to beat the Texas Rangers 6-4. The Padres, they're able to hold off the New York Mets 7-6 victory for them. The Pittsburgh Pirates, they win 6-5 against the Giants. And then the Seattle Mariners beat the Athletics 3-1. So that's how these series went underway yesterday. That's how they started. We have some trade deadline news. These were the trades that went down since last time we spoke. The Royals, they acquired Randall Critcher from the Diamondbacks. The Diamondbacks are getting Andrew Hoffman, right-handed pitcher. The New York Yankees, they acquired Ahmed Rosario from the Washington Nationals. Nationals are getting right-handed pitcher Clayton Beaker and outfielder Braum Martinez. Not Brown, but Braum Martinez. The Tigers, they are acquiring Chris Paddock and Randy Dognack. The Twins are getting catcher and first baseman Enrique Jimenez. Milwaukee Brewers, they got catcher Danny Jansen from the Tampa Bay Rays for minor league infielder Yeehaw'd Arenamo. Listen, if I'm butchering these names, that's my bad. I take full responsibility. You can't really blame. And then the Rays, after trading their catcher Danny Jansen, they acquire Nick Fortes from the Miami Marlins. The Marlins get minor league outfielder Matthew Etzel. Keep an eye on that infielder, though, that the Rays just got. Yeehaw'd Arenamo in the previous trade I just mentioned. Because every time the Rays make a trade, they win that trade, no matter what, bro. Their scouting department, analytics department, them guys know what they're doing. I think they're literally number one when it comes to trading for a minor leaguer, because every time they get a minor leaguer, bro, that dude is put on the team ASAP and he starts cooking. So keep an eye on that gentleman that they picked up. And then this was the latest trade that just went down probably like 15-20 minutes before I started this podcast. The Toronto Blue Jays, they acquired Anthony Dominguez, nice reliever from the Baltimore Orioles. The Orioles are getting minor league right-handed pitcher. I'm gonna butcher this again. Waron. Yeah, my bad, bro. Watts Brown. That's who they're getting. And it's funny because they actually started the series yesterday, so he just had to switch dugouts. Sir Anthony Dominguez, minor league infielder, fly him out. I mean, I don't know if he's going to be on the roster. Probably doubt it. Not yet. I don't know. I don't really follow Orioles, so I can't really speak. I don't think they're going to call him up right now, but that's just me talking junk. I don't know if they're going to bring him up. Anyways, that was it for the trades. I'm trying to see if there was anything else while I am here doing the show, but no, I don't see anything else. So we still await a big splash. I know Eugenio Suarez is supposed to be one of the main guys moving. He got hit in the hand, I think, by a pitch the other day. His X-rays came back negative. He should be good to be moved. So I guess once he goes, and then we'll see where everyone else goes, including Marcell Ozuna. We had the Hall of Fame induction ceremony over the weekend. Ichiro Suzuki, one of my favorite guys to watch. He was in his first ballot election. 99.7% of his votes of the votes, 393 out of 394 voted for him to be in the Hall of Fame. If you're that one guy, you're an idiot. CC Sabathia, first ballot inductee as well, with an 86.8% support. And Billy Wagner, one of my favorites to watch as well. He was enshrined in his 10th and final year of eligibility with 82.5% of the votes. He ends up closing the door in his last chance. Good to see for those three guys that I just named. And the Veterans Committee inductees, there were two players that were elected posthumously. Dave Parker, he was inducted into the Hall of Fame. The honor was accepted by his family. I believe his son gave the speech. And then Dig Allen, he was recognized for being an exceptional career hitter. If you haven't seen these speeches, go on and see them. I haven't seen the speeches as well, so I will be going to see them. Gotta be honest. The only one that I saw a snippet of was the Ichiro one, where he went after that one writer that did not vote for him, as he should. I'm glad he did that. Because again, whoever didn't vote for Ichiro Suzuki as the Hall of Famer, you're an idiot. You probably shouldn't be voting. Because if you look at his numbers and you're telling me that he's not a first ballot unanimous Hall of Famer, you're an idiot. Anyways, that is how everything went down. Maybe we could get that guy on the show so he can explain his thinking behind his voting. That would be interesting to hear. I'm pretty sure these people, or this guy or gal, will not be speaking out loud on why they decided not to vote for Ichiro. But anyways, that is all we have. Let's look at the standings real quick before we head into our final segment. Let me just dance a little bit while I get the standings going on here. Bro, if you're not bumping to this while you listen to this, something's wrong with you. Something really is wrong with you. Keep in mind, guys, that there was a game played earlier. There's a doubleheader between the Blue Jays and the Baltimore Orioles. And I believe the Orioles won that one earlier today. They won 16-4. Orioles beat the Braves off the Toronto Blue Jays in that one. So the standings are going to be reflective of that. So we're going to start with the NL East. In the NL East, it's the New York Mets leading the charge 62-45. The Philadelphia Phillies right behind them by a game and a half. They're 60-46. Miami Marlins 50-55, 11 games back. Your Atlanta Braves 45-60, 16 games back. And the Washington Nationals 44-62, 17 and a half games back. It's crazy that the Braves are almost close to being in last place in the division by a game and a half. That's insane. And nobody saw that coming. But anyways, NL Central, Milwaukee Brewers on top after winning game one yesterday. They're 63-43. Chicago Cubs right behind them, a game back, 62-44. Cincinnati Reds 56-51, 7.5 back. St. Louis Cardinals 55-53, 9 games back. And the Pittsburgh Pirates 45-62, 18.5 games back. To the NL West, the Dodgers on top of this mountain, 62-45. Padres 58-49, 4 games back. San Francisco Giants still flirting with 500. They're 54-53. They're 8 games back. Arizona Diamondbacks 51-56, 11 games back. Colorado Rockies looking for win number 30. Hopefully at the end of this week, they're 28-78 right now. American League East. Wow. Toronto Blue Jays, a 5-game lead over the Yankees. Blue Jays are 63-45. The Yankees 57-49. Boston Red Sox 6 games back. They're 57-51. Tampa Bay Rays 54-53, 8.5 back. Baltimore Orioles 49-58, 13.5 games back. Then we have the Detroit Tigers in the AL Central. They're in first place, 62-46. Cleveland Guardians 52-54, 9 games back. Kansas City Royals 52-55, 9.5 games back. Minnesota Twins 51-55, 10 games back. Chicago White Sox looking for win number 40, 39-68, 22.5 games back. In the AL West, a little tight here, not that big of a lead. Houston Astros 60-47. They have lost 5 games in a row. allowing the Mariners to try and creep up a little bit. The Mariners are 57 and 53 games back. Texas Rangers right behind them, 56 and 51, 4 games back. LA Angels 52 and 55, trying to get to 500. They're 8 games back. And the Athletics 46 and 63. They are 15 games back after sweeping the Houston Astros over the weekend, a 4-game sweep. I think that's all we got, guys. That is all we got for the MLB. Oh, this beat is fire. This beat is fire. Shout out to whoever made this beat. But that is all we're going to have. Still awaiting some trades, like I said. Playoff races are getting good. The division races are getting good. Wild card is going to be nuts, coming down to the wire as it usually is. It's going to be fun to see, even though my Braves aren't in it. You guys know I'm a diehard baseball fan, so I'm going to be enjoying all these races when it comes down to the wire. Anyways, that is all that I have for the MLB. And now let's head into our last and final segment.
It's time for your Braves forecast.
It's time for the Braves forecast, where we take a look at the upcoming Braves series. And that's a series that started yesterday. As I mentioned, it's against the Kansas City Royals. The Braves came into this one 44 and 60. Hosting the Braves, or again, I said the Kansas City Royals, they're 52 and 54. Well, this was before game 1. Braves are 45 and 60. Kansas City 52 and 55. Game 1, it was Spencer Strider on the mound for the Braves. He went 5 innings, 7 hits, allowed 2 runs. Both of those earned 2 walks, 3 Ks. He gets to win in this one because the Braves actually end up winning the ball game. They win a ball game, guys. They win this one 10-7. He's now 5-8 with a 3.71 ERA. It was Rich Hill on the mound. He went 4 innings, 3 hits, 4 runs, all 4 earned, 6 walks, 3 Ks. He's now on 2 with a 5 ERA. He was actually DFA'd, I saw, after this ball game. So who knows? Braves might be picking him up soon in order to get some depth. But yeah, it was a 10-7 victory for the Braves. Good offensive performance by them. A few of our guys went yard. Ronald Acuna Jr., he hits a home run number 14 of the season for him, with 1 on and 2 outs. Marcell Ozuna, making sure that value goes up, and I believe he's in the starting lineup again tonight. So they're trying to give him some playing time here towards the end, showcase his talents, that he's still able to hit the ball out of the ballpark, which some teams are looking for. So he went yard yesterday. He hit number 14 of the season for him. That was a 2-run homer. Austin Riley, he hit a solo shot. Olsen had an RBI. Ozuna drove in 2, like I said, with that homer. Jurickson Profar had an RBI. It was a good offensive showing. Good offensive showing by the offense. Ozzie Albies, he had 3 walks in this game. Good to see from him. We know he was struggling a little bit with the with the play discipline for most of the season. Michael Harris II, he was able to draw a walk as well. He went over 4 with a walk. Nick Allen, he went 1 for 3. He scored 2 runs in this one. He drew 2 walks. He was able to get on base. Jurickson Profar was 2 for 5 with a walk. Matt Olson 1 for 5 with a walk. He had an RBI, as I mentioned. Quiet night for Sean Murphy. Swinging the bat, but he did have 2 walks drawn in this one as well. They got a little tight at the end. Braves bullpen strikes again. Rafael Montero strikes again. He has not looked good as of late. As of late, man. He came in. He didn't even get an out. He had 2 hits allowed, 3 runs allowed, 2 walks. And Raisel Iglesias had to come in the 9th and get the 3 outs. We had a little bit of trouble on the bases, but he was able to, get it. If you would have had a shorter lead, that would have been a different story. But good thing they had a big lead going into the bottom of the 9th. It was 10-4 when they got there. Royals ended up playing 3. That made it 10-7, but that's the way the game ended. That was the final score of the ball game. So tonight, like I said, it's earlier. It's going to be Eric Fetty making his Braves debut. He's now 3-10 with a 5.22 ERA. It'll be Seth Lugo on the mound. Just got extended. He's 7-5 with a 2.95 ERA. He'll be on the mound for the Kansas City Royals. In game 3, it's going to be Joey Wentz. That's going to be tomorrow at 2:10 p.m. Eastern time. He's 2-2 with a 5.76 ERA. I like what I've seen from him. He hasn't been too bad. For the Royals, it's going to be our good friend, TBD. We're going to have to stay tuned and see who's going to be pitching on the mound for them. But that is it for the Braves forecast, man. I really can't say anything about, the Braves got to start hitting. We already know. I keep saying this every episode, man. Every episode I keep saying it. It is what it is. This is the identity of this ball club. They win one game. They've been winning the first game of a series, and then they lose the last 2. So that's pretty much what, how this team's been doing. Trying to look here one last time to see if there's any news, any trades that have been done. But no, I don't see anything that has been going down. Let's see. Nope. Nothing to see here, folks. That's all we got. I'm going to see if we could try and get someone that covers the Braves to have a little combo with us, maybe a 10 to 15-minute combo. We'll see if we can get that done for tomorrow or Thursday. That'll be interesting to see, get their insight on the state of the Braves. And we'll see if there's any moves done by then and see what they think of those moves that potentially will be happening, especially with Marcell Ozuna and Raisel Iglesias, and even maybe somebody that, they might think is under the radar or might get moved by Alex Anthopoulos and the Braves. So we'll see how that goes in the next coming days. Again, 48 hours left till the trade deadline. So it's going to be an exciting time. Let me know, who do you guys want your team to acquire? Who do you guys think your team can use for a nice little playoff push towards the end of the season? Anyways, thank you guys for continuing to support the show, follow the show. We're on Instagram at the Chop Seat Pod, X, Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok at the Chop Seat. YouTube as well at the Chop Seat, which is where you'll be seeing this video version. And on the audio side, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever the heck you get your podcast, make sure you go ahead and catch the show there. One last announcement: use code CHOPSEAT20. We're gonna throw it in there. Use code CHOPSEAT20. You want to go catch your Braves, you want to go catch your Yankees. You're not gonna see Aaron Judge, unfortunately, not right now. When he comes back, you'll be able to see him. NFL preseason, bro. I heard it starting. NFL preseason. You want to go catch a preseason game? Use code CHOPSEAT for $20 off your first purchase. Go get yourself some Cracker Jacks if you're at the baseball game. Go get yourself a hot dog if you're at the football game. Go grab yourself a drink on the house when you use code SEAT. when you use code CHOPSEAT, and you're gonna save yourself $20 off your first purchase. I'm your host, Vic. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. We will talk to you maybe tomorrow, maybe Thursday, maybe Friday. Who knows? Just keep your eyes peeled when you get a notification. Click on that little bell on YouTube so you get notified when a new episode comes up. Click the little bell, Apple Podcasts or Spotify, wherever you get your podcast, so you can be up to date with the Chop Seat. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in to the Chop Seat. I will see you next time, guys. Take care.